going back to the whole social media thing, there's a lot of people, obviously we live around Alphaland where there's a bunch of fitness influencers, people trying to make it. I see people all over coming into town trying to like make it, whatever that means, right? And something that I've noticed talking to a lot of these influencers is that they have a lot of sponsorships that they like rely on, like athletes, whatever, Gorilla, like I don't want to name companies, but like supplement companies, clothing companies, and that's like their main kind of like source of income. And so like, were you ever sponsored by a supplement company? Because I've noticed that you're currently not sponsored, and you probably know that it doesn't pay as much, right? Yeah. But it does come with a lot of clout and a lot of just like, oh my god, you're the athlete guy or whatever, right? So were you ever sponsored by a...
Sure. Yeah, so I had a couple sponsorships. I was with TLF for a little while.
Okay.
I had a couple supplement sponsors for a little bit, and what I learned is that like it's great to get free product and it's great to like build connections with people in those communities, but once you've kind of exhausted that community, you're got it.
Shit.
Well, we're getting close now. So once you exhaust that community, keep going. Should we keep going? We'll keep going for the audio.
You wanna like come a bit closer?
Yeah, dude, we'll get in here. We'll go close.
Alright guys, to wrap up this episode, we're gonna come a bit closer because the other camera died. So Chris is just gonna wrap up his answer and then we'll wrap things up.
Yeah, 100%. So we were just talking about social media and people signing with sponsorships. You know, I think it's important to build those connections, build those relationships with people on social media. And then once you've kind of progressed past that, like those companies know how to monetize off of your audience. Yeah. And if you're trying to build a business for yourself, that traffic is going to be better used, funneled into your business than it is for the sponsorship.
You're selling someone else's product instead of your own services, right?
Sure.
In a way.
Exactly.
So
right.
would you recommend people to kind of do that? Because obviously I know you're right now not sponsored by any supplement companies, but you see a lot of these young people just like, they chase after like this Young LA sponsorship, but it's like why? Like it's for what reason, right? Yeah. Like obviously it comes with a bunch of clouds, cool clothes, this and that, and it's super hype and trendy right now.
Yeah.
But would you agree that it wouldn't really take you anywhere when it comes to that?
Yeah, I mean, financially, it's not going to provide a career for you unless you have hundreds of thousands of followers.
Yeah, and it's like, how stable is that, right? Because they can drop you in immediately for the next handsome dudes in the next couple weeks and months, right?
Yeah, you're expendable. They're expendable.
Yeah.
The moment that you no longer provide value to that company, they're going to drop you. And if you build a lifestyle on that, be careful because you're putting yourself at risk.
Yeah, in a big hole, right? Yeah. And it's definitely not sustainable, like we said, because they can drop you immediately. You're working for someone else's dream and not your own.
Yeah.
So you would say focus on your own kind of like business before you start to think about, oh, let me get this, let me showcase this other product and let me try to get the sponsorship.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it looks cool. Like you see all these people like Sush, James English, all these other athletes, and it's like, oh my god, I want to live like them, right?
Sure.
But I know a lot of people like personally as well who are really like struggling financially. They have all these sponsorships, they look amazing online, their physiques look great, they got all these sponsorships, but it's like when you know them in person, it's like they're really struggling when it comes to like finances.
Sure.
And so that's just for people watching right now. It's like that's probably not a good sustainable way to like earn an income, at least in the long term, right?
Sure, 100%. Like you're gonna have a really hard time making a full-time living off sponsorships.
Yeah.
Right. And if you want to actually create freedom from your social media, you need to know how to monetize that attention on a high margin service or product, not something that is giving you 10% on whatever you refer. Right. So here's my thought with sponsorships: work with companies that you believe in, you have conviction that they work. And if you get an exchange for free product for it, that's awesome. But don't sell your soul for a supplement company for $100.